Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get today's video started, if you guys did not know, most of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell also so you do not miss any streams or videos. Yo, what's going on, guys?
It's your boy Von,
and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, man. In today's video, I want to talk about making the switch to keyboard and mouse. All right, and this is obviously coming from controller. A lot of you in my chat have been asking me the best way to switch, the fastest way to switch, how to get cracked on keyboard and mouse very quickly. All right, and that's what today's video is going to be about. Hopefully I can explain that for you guys, tell you the ways I did it. I tell you the best ways and the fastest ways of making the switch. Before we get into that, I just want to say I do have a creator code, and I'd appreciate if you guys use code VON in the item shop. This will help support me a lot. Use it before purchasing any cosmetic Fortnite items, and this will help support me. So thank you guys so much. But enough of that, man. I know you guys want to hear these tips, man. I know you guys are trying to switch over. You guys are having problems. Well, I'm here to fix that today, man. So we're going to jump straight into it. And I'm going to start off with the most important tip. All right. Tip number one, man, is to put the controller away. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, obviously put the controller away. That's the whole point. But a lot of people that I hear about switching to keyboard and mouse always talk about only practicing it in their free time. All right, this is not going to get you better very fast. If you want to get better as fast as possible, you got to ditch the controller completely. All right, put that controller in your drawer or something. Just get rid of it and force yourself to play the keyboard and mouse. This is what I did, okay? I just completely stopped playing controller and I got good at keyboard and mouse really fast because I forced myself to adapt and stopped taking baby steps towards it and took big leaps towards getting better. All right, I wanted to get better as fast as possible, and this is how I did it. Don't dilly-dally and hop back and forth between the two, because that's just gonna prolong the time it takes to get good at this, man. That's tip number one. Tip number two is to find keybinds that are comfortable for you. All right, the way I did this is I tried a couple different pros keybinds. I tried Tfu's keybinds, I tried Myth's keybinds, I tried Ninja's keybinds, and I found that Ninja's keybinds were the best for me. Now, my keybinds aren't exactly like Ninja's, but mine are based off of Ninja's keybinds. Okay, I took what he had and used that as a base for what I was going to use in my setup. Okay, so I only changed a couple things from what Ninja uses, and it ends up working for me. All right, so like I said, try different pro keybinds, find one that's the closest to your comfort, and then switch up whatever you need to make it the most comfortable for you. All right, everyone is different, man. You're not going to be able to just play any type of keybind, okay? Everyone's different. Everyone prefers different things. Everyone has different size hands and stuff like that, so find what's comfortable for you. And once you're comfortable, make sure you stick with those keybinds. Don't change it up too much. If you keep changing it up too much, you're gonna have to relearn the muscle memory. And we all know how that goes, man. That's just gonna prolong the time even longer. All right, and we don't want that. That's what this video's about, man. The fastest way and the best way to make the switch. Okay, you hearing me? Okay, loud and clear? All right, guys, so tip number 3 is where we're gonna actually start getting into the actual practice, the training. So what you're gonna wanna do is hop straight into battle lab, okay? And you're gonna wanna create your own battle lab so that you could be by yourself, because obviously you don't want kids messing with your practice. All right, you wanna be as efficient as possible. And this, guys, is gonna be where we practice the basics. All right, so just drop it to the nearest location or wherever you want to. And we're basically just gonna start looting up, all right? This is gonna practice and train your basic movement skills, because coming from console or controller to a keyboard and mouse, the movement is a lot different. It feels a lot more stiff than it does on controller, okay? So you got to get used to moving fluently before you can become a good player. So we got to start with the basics. You got to crawl before you walk. Got to walk before you run, right? This is what we're going to do, man. Just practice on the basics. Walk around, lose some chests, you know, farm some stuff, open doors. Just practice walking around in a building. Just doing regular stuff, looting. We're not focusing on combat yet. We're just focusing on the basic movement mechanics, using a couple of your simple binds, you know, just getting used to the muscle memory of it, switching back and forth between guns. This is a good time to decide too which slots you want your guns in. See, me, I usually play with my shotgun in my first slot, and then my SMG or AR, and then like a rocket or something in my third slot. So depending on how you want it, that's up to you. Like I said, it's all preference, whatever's comfortable for you. This is a good time to also decide that when you're switching your weapons, feeling what's best for you, right? Just learning the basics. So this is how I usually have my loadout set up when I have a full loadout. I go shotgun, SMG, AR, explosives, and then heals, or sniper, heals, however you want it. But now that we're moving on from the basics, we're gonna get into a little bit of aiming, all right? After you've gotten comfortable with your movement, you're gonna start working on your aiming and maneuvering while somebody's shooting at you. The way you do this is by finding a chest with enemy bot grenades in it. Most chests have these in them. You're not gonna want to use the friendlies, you're gonna want to use the enemy ones, so they will target you. You're gonna want to take these outside. And if you're really a beginner, I would start with just one. But if you're starting to get more advanced, you can throw as many as you want. But this just practices your aiming and your maneuvering. Maybe even placing a couple builds, you know, nothing too fancy, just simple combat things. Practice shooting. You don't even have to build if you don't want to, man. You can just simply practice maneuvering and aiming. This is a good way to find out your sensitivity too, how you're feeling with your sensitivity, if it's too high, if it's too low. You know, after you kill the first one, throw another. Start fighting this guy now. Moving around, still practicing your maneuvering skills. Alright, just the basic movement mechanics, but now you're adding aiming to it. You're trying not to get shot. And these bots aren't very good. They don't build, and their aim's not the best. So this is a very good way to practice instead of practicing against a friend that's way better than you, and you're just gonna get clapped the whole time, or even going into a game, man. Then people are just gonna be a lot better than you because you're gonna be new to keyboard and mouse. Alright, so this is honestly the quickest way to practice, because you can practice against computer generated bots. Alright, and they're not gonna go psycho on you. It'll give you time to get used to it. So that is tip number 4, man, is to fight the enemy bots. Alright, so just simple stuff. Practice using your binds. And after about a day, man, of doing this, I would say you'd be pretty comfortable enough to go into creative. So tip number 3 was battle lab looting. Tip number 4 was battle lab bots. Now tip number 5 is gonna be creative. All right, so we're gonna go into creative, and this is where we're gonna practice our builds. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the game. I already have a match set up. I'd recommend to practice doing this while guns are in your inventory. You're gonna want to have stuff in your inventory because this is how it would be in regular game. This is where you're gonna start practicing your builds. All right, spend as much time as you need to in creative practicing your combos. All right, a lot of this stuff is combos. You guys know it because coming from controller, you already know how to play the game. Okay, you just got to learn a new way to play it. So it's the same stuff, man. It's just different buttons. You're gonna practice your 90s. You're gonna practice your edits. All right, just simple stuff, and you're gonna spend as much time as you need in here, man. Do not go to a public match too early, and don't 1v1 your friend too early. If you start getting clapped too hard, man, it's gonna make you feel less motivated because you feel like you're not good. All right, and you feel like you're not progressing. So definitely take a couple days or even a week by yourself to spend in creative, spend in battle lab, to perfect your new style of play, which is the keyboard and mouse. Okay, it's not gonna come easy, man. You're gonna have to practice. That's the only way to it. Like I said, a lot of people in my chat have been asking me the best ways to do this and the quickest ways to get better at mouse and keyboard when coming from controller. And I think honestly it just has a lot to do with practice. But hopefully this video helps you guys, man, because I gave you guys a couple ways to practice, a couple specific ways to practice, and these are beginner ways of practicing. So if you're strictly brand new to keyboard and mouse, this should help you a lot. But if you're starting to get more advanced or even just intermediate, creative and just practicing is all you can really do, man. Just keep practicing your combos, your 90s, your edits, you know, everything. Just staying creative, man. Don't go into a public match because that's just gonna waste time. You're not gonna be getting as much practice in there. It's not gonna help you build your mechanics like you would be able to in creative. Okay, so just definitely practice makes perfect, man. Spend as much time as you can in creative in the battle lab. You guys will be cracked. I promise you, man. As long as you never give up, you will succeed, boys. So I'm gonna leave you guys on that note. Hopefully this video helped. If it did, man, make sure you smash a like on this video. Don't forget to use code VON in the item shop. And if you are new, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Good luck on the new keyboard and mouses, boys. I'll see you out in the field. You could do it. I know you can. Believe in yourself. But I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace out, boys.